Hi everyone, this is Melissa with the M Word. Welcome back. I am going to go ahead and show you guys what we're going to be doing for our history program. And that would be my husband and daughter coming back, so the dog is barking and my laundry is going because this is when I have time to do stuff. But I'm going to be going ahead and showing you guys what we're going to be using for history this year. We are using History Quest this year, so I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys around and show you a little bit of the History Quest and why I like it. Here is our History Quest. So History Quest is designed as a reader aloud for elementary age children, and you can also use it as a independent reading for older students. The History Quest series presents an immersive study of history in an engaging and memorable format. So it is written in a storyteller way where it's easier to read. It makes it more fun and more engaging. So for chapter 3, they do Civilization Begins, and they are short, easy to read chapters for older students, or for the parent that's reading aloud to a younger student. It's going to keep their attention because they are short. So you'll read chapter 3 on day 1, and then they have you read in this Osborne Encyclopedia of World History as well. And then it's just 2 pages for that, for chapter 3. The first cities and the invention of writing. So that's in here too. So this book goes wonderfully with History Quest. I was really impressed at how well they go together. In your study guide for chapter 3, Civilization Begins. They show you the resources you need, the enrichment reading, and your supplies that you'll need for day 3. And then I really like that History Quest lays out exactly what you should do on what day. So on day 1, like I mentioned, you read your chapter and you read in the Encyclopedia of World History, the Osborne Encyclopedia of World History. On day 2, you'll read your History Hop, which is at the end of your chapter. And your History Hop drops you in to a person during that time period. And then you get to kind of see how their day is and what they did and how they lived during that time. On day 3 is your Create, and you're going to make your own tablet for chapter 3. And they show you how to do the clay and how to bake the clay. Then in their early times notebook that they create in their week 1, there is the alphabet for the very first. There's the alphabet that they'll be using on their clay method. And they also have an alternative if you don't have clay, that you can simply just write it out onto a piece of paper. Then day 4 is your Demonstrate. You can pick from 3 options. There is always a short answer, a narration, or copy and dictation work. And you can kind of do that however you want. You can do all 3, you can do 1, do 2 of the 3, whatever works best for your family. We usually do at least 1, sometimes 2 of the Demonstrate. And then day 5 is the day that I will skip if we have to only do a 4-day week. And this is where they do the enrichment. So you can read some extra books. And I find that these extra books here, you can usually find at your local library, or YouTube often has read-alouds that you can find these books at as well, or at the very least something similar. I found for week 1 there was a lot of similar books online on YouTube for read-alouds that we did instead. And in the beginning of your study guide, there's the table of contents. So there's 27 chapters. And then there's 4 Hoogie History, which are where you just sit down and you read a book during his time in history. And that makes a total of, I believe, 31 weeks. So how to use your study guide, what your Hoogie Histories are, helpful tips, required book list. So here is your main spines. You'll need the textbook, which is this book here. And you will need your Osborne Encyclopedia of World History. And I just got mine off of Amazon. And then there's the Hoogie Histories. And there are 4 different weeks. And there are suggested books to read during that time. I found that my local library has a book in each of these sections. So I'm sure you'd be able to find the same thing there. Or you can just order them off of Amazon. Then there's also a master supply list for the entire year. So everything you'll need for the entire year. They, in week 1, have you put together, so at the end of this is your child's history notebook. And we pulled all that out. And they have you put it in a 3-ring binder. And I just went ahead and bound mine. And I laminated the first page and the last page just to make it a little bit more sturdy. And I put all together her history hops in here. So in here is where she will have her early time notebook, her travel log, so where she traveled to, an illustration, who they met, who they saw, and what they learned. And this is what they'll fill out when they're done reading their history hop at the last of the chapter. And I like that if you don't have a child that's big on illustrating, they have these cute little illustrations that they've added to the back for every chapter, and your child can just cut them out, color them, and paste it right here instead. As always, thank you so much for watching. If there is anything I missed or anything you have questions on, please let me know in the comments below. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys are using for history this year. Have a great day.